Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Hello everyone, this is Jackie, your host of Mirror Talk. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are feeling well. I hope you are taking care of not only your physical health, but I hope you are taking care of your mental health. This week I want to talk about friendship. I want to talk about what type of friend are you? Are you the toxic friend? You know, it's so easy for many of us to see the negative behaviors in others. We often criticize and judge others for the negative and toxic things they do, but we rarely look in the mirror and examine ourselves. I can admit there have been many times when I've talked about other people and I saw the toxic behaviors in others, but I failed to look at myself and examine the things that were toxic about me. I remember when I was younger, I was not the most optimistic person. I wasn't positive. I always saw the bad in every situation. I was that toxic friend. I remember one particular time when I was in the car with one of my friends. We was on our way to somewhere, and we was on the highway. And the first thing I said was, "Oh my God, what if we have an accident? What if we hit somebody?" And she turned and she looked at me and she said, "Why are you always so negative? Why don't you ever see the positive in things? Why don't you always predict the best?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not negative. I'm just being real. I mean, what if we have an accident?" And I got so offended because I felt like she was criticizing me for what I said. But really, she was trying to get me to see, hey, stop being so negative. Stop seeing the negative in everything. And, you know, for a long time, I didn't realize I was that toxic friend. I was that negative person. I was the one that, you know, always had something bad to say. You know, and it's often hard for us to realize that about ourselves because we're so used to just pointing the finger and criticizing everybody else and judging everybody else for the negative behaviors they have, for the toxic things that they do. But we really rarely look within and say, hey, you know, let me work on me. Let me change some things about me that may be toxic. Because honestly, I could be that toxic friend. I could be the one with the problem. And if you want to know, are you the toxic friend? Ask yourself these questions. Are you always involved in drama? Do you find yourself always in the middle of somebody's drama, chaos? Do you find yourself always on the phone gossiping about other people? Just always speaking negative about other people's lives and not really focusing on your own life and the things that you need to be changing about yourself. Are you the one that's just always finding a reason to be miserable? Are you one of them people? Are you what they call a Debbie Downer who just always so down about everything? Like everything is just so bad and you never have anything positive to say? Because if you are always doing that, if you do find yourself always involved in somebody's drama, maybe you're the toxic friend. Maybe you the one that needs to change. Because a lot of times we find ourselves going from friend to friend because we say, hey, this person was this and this person was that. But do you wonder why you can't keep friendships? Do you wonder why your friendships end so easily or so soon? Do you ever wonder that? Because sometimes it could be you, something in you that needs to change. You may need to examine yourself and say, hey, it's me. I'm the toxic friend. I'm the one that has the issues. It's not always the other people. And until you can get into that place where you can check yourself, until you can be real with yourself, you're going to forever blame others. You're going to forever find yourself involved in some mess because you're not taking responsibility and saying, hey, it's me. I am the toxic friend. There's nothing wrong with being real and honest with yourself. That's the best thing you can actually do for yourself, is when you can be real with yourself and say, hey, I got the problems, I got the issues. And if I don't change these things about myself, then I will never have a successful relationship with anybody. It's okay to do that. It's okay to take your eyes off of other people and stop looking at what other people need to do, and start looking in the mirror, start looking at yourself and saying, hey, I need to be worried about me and changing me. I don't need to be worried about everybody else. If you find yourself always in the middle of some mess, if you find yourself always alone because you are always saying something negative and you never have something positive to say, if you find yourself in these situations, then you need to really dig deep and check yourself, because you could be the problem. You could be the issue. And I'm not saying that sometimes you are a good person and you just are surrounded by a whole bunch of negativity. I'm not saying that's not the case, because many times a lot of people find themselves in that situation. But I'm saying that you cannot possibly meet everybody in your life and there's an issue. If you meet everybody in your life, everybody that comes in your life, and there's an issue, I mean, every single person that has came into your life, there's an issue. There's always some drama. There's always some negativity involved. You need to check yourself, because you are the toxic one and you need to change. You need to make a choice today that I'm going to change my toxic ways, and I'm going to start being more positive and living a more positive life. I'm no longer going to involve myself in other people's drama. I'm no longer going to be on the phone gossiping about other people. If I ain't got nothing positive to say, I'm going to learn how to keep my mouth shut. But that's only if you're ready to be real with yourself. If you ain't ready to be real with yourself, you're going to continue to point the finger at other people and blame other people and say, hey, I'm good, it's them. So today I want you to look in that mirror, and I want you to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, am I the toxic friend? Are you? Are you the toxic friend? Well, that's it for this week. I hope something that I said helped you, encourage you, cause you to look within yourself. You can find me on Instagram at Mirror Talk 78. You can find me on YouTube at Mirror Talk. You can find me on TikTok at Mirror Talk 1. I will see you guys next week. And please, please make sure you are not only taking care of your physical health, please make sure you are taking care of your mental health. Make sure you're doing everything you need to do to say, hey, I love me. All right, be blessed.
went wrong. Just one of those days when you say the right thing to keep me moving on, to keep me going strong. What else can